chafing is real. I mean, it is very real. There's nothing like the first cup of coffee in the day. It just makes the day feel like it's going. Big day. Not only do we have 7 miles to run, but we got to do some reels. We got to go back to the gym a little bit later and do some weight training, which I'm super excited about because a lot of people were telling me that while doing this marathon, I was going to lose a lot of weight, and I knew that that wasn't going to be an option for what I'm trying to do in the long term. So to figure out this way of being able to train for a marathon, not lose muscle mass, and be able to get all my other priorities done has been a testament to you can do things that what other people say that you can't do. You just have to be willing to find a way. Now, am I tired? Absolutely. Sore? 100%. Hungry? All the time. Do I have these weird cravings? Yeah. Right now I'm craving potatoes. I don't know why. Maybe it's my body telling me that I need some kind of extra calories, or maybe it's just my body also saying, hey, you're doing all these things so you can eat all these fried foods. What I've learned in my first week of marathon training is, one, get yourself a coach. Because doing this on your own is possible completely, I guarantee it. It's just, in my mind, easier to do it when you have somebody guiding you. And also, when you have paid someone to give you information, you tend to listen to that person because we all love our money and we love knowing where it's going and we love seeing our results. So get a coach. Know that you're going to be eating more. It's 100% going to happen. 3, there is a slight expense to this game in the beginning. Makes kind of sense. You're going to need to get yourself running shoes. I personally like the Hoka Ono Onos. It feels good. It makes my feet feel good. My left knee, which I've had surgery on, hasn't hurt it at all because of the impact, because the ability for the shoe to take the impact off of the leg. Socks. You're gonna need new socks. Cotton socks, wow. They will mess your feet up almost immediately. I learned that my very first day in. So we'll make another video as we go further along with the brands of socks. I'm testing things out right now. I don't want to just throw out the very first thing that I've tried, and I'm still figuring out what works best for what price point. So for me, I just went straight to the store, spoke to the people, went and bought what they suggested right then and there because I knew that the next day I was gonna have to be out there running again. But once I get a little more information, I'll definitely share with you, therefore you can get the biggest bang for your buck. So shoes, socks, diet, marathon coach, t-shirt. Do not get any cotton t-shirts because chafing is real. I mean, it is very real. Another one is there's going to be a chafing type, almost deodorant. I suggest it 100%. I got it. It's working. It's great. It's weird. It's just something that I think that everyone's going to need. Coffee shake. That's good. Shorts. I personally have come to find out that I like a shorter running short. It's just less is there, less touching you. A brand that I'm using right now, again, is a brand that I went straight to the store, bought right then and there. I'm testing out a few other pairs right now, and I will let you know in a future video which ones are best for biggest bang, biggest buck. So, recap. Marathon training can be expensive. I didn't realize that until I had already began, but now we're in it and we're not gonna stop. So just think about that before you go in it. Another thing, sunscreen. Sunscreen, definitely important for running outside. And believe it or not, chapstick. After, at least for me, because I'm out in Las Vegas, it's a little bit warmer outside, and also when the wind blows, or just running in general, it seems to chap my lips. It's probably because of the amount of sweat that's going on, so the dehydration is leading to my lips becoming chapped, which I have come across some chapstick that I think is good for me, and I think that that's a very important part of the process. So we got food, training shoes, shirt, shorts, socks, shoes. I personally have invested in a runner's hat, which I didn't realize how much different they are than a regular hat until one day I was super sweaty, felt the brim of the hat, and it was legitimately soaking wet with my sweat. And at that moment I realized, wow, this is very important, especially if you want to keep the majority of your sweat or even hair off of your face. I'm gonna finish this cup of coffee and let everything happen, and I'll see you when we start the run. So what I like to do before I run is I like to go and stretch. This is because I'm doing weight training and running, so I like to stretch extra in my legs because they're super tight from just the other day's leg day, which is unbelievable because that was already 2 days ago. Also because I need to get flexibility. My flexibility has gone away from all the weight training that I focused on before this, and I didn't honestly realize how much I would need to be flexible to run, which according to my coaches, my legs are unflexible, my shoulders are unflexible, my neck movement is unflexible, my ankles need work on it. So these are just a few exercises that I've been taught so far to do to loosen up my hips and hamstrings and calves. I've noticed that when I don't stretch out my calves or even roll out my ankles, that the run becomes extremely difficult in the beginning. Eventually they do warm up, but by doing these stretches, and it helps activate it a little bit sooner, so the run becomes more enjoyable. Today I'm going to be doing 7 miles in I believe an hour and 15 minutes. They want me to focus on the longevity of the run, not the miles ran, which 7 is still a lot, don't get me wrong. And I'm a little nervous because last time I did this, I had a middle of the run breakdown, which I had to force myself to keep going, slowed down drastically to finish, and then sped up at the end to catch up to time, which I think as of right now I'm supposed to just try to find one pace and follow it for that full time. So I'm back on the treadmill for this because I feel like on the treadmill I have a better opportunity to keep my pace where it needs to be by doing the math of how many miles I'm running versus the time that I'm running, which on a calculator I can break down pretty quick. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna get this run in. We're gonna work on cadence, and I'm gonna work on longevity and my ability to pull through when it gets hard. Also, I want to try to keep my heart rate down a little bit, which I'm hoping will happen on this run because we've had a few weeks into this now. Although I can't promise it, as like I said last time, I had almost a mental breakdown. Running is hard, folks. Anybody who tells you it isn't is either an experienced runner who has forgotten how hard it is to begin running, or is just straight up lying to you. This is one of the hardest, if not the hardest things I've ever done.
that I'm not a really huge fan of running. I'm not. But here I am, doing it. Alright, just finished 7 miles. I did it definitely better this time than last time, but I'm still feeling it. I'm dripping sweat. I love it. I can feel some tightness in my legs. The weird part about it, for me at least, is throughout the 7 miles I never really ran out of breath. It was more of keeping my body going rather than keeping my breathing going, which is cool. Because it's never been like that for me. Generally, I'm out of breath. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm definitely having to catch it, but I'm not panting and sucking down air. What I learned from this one is I'm starting to understand what they mean by shorter steps. Because at one point I was going at a 6-minute mile and I was doing larger strides at first and I could feel the impact, and then I told myself, because I feel like when we get to a certain point we go to what we know versus what we know we should do when it's new. It's because it's muscle memory. But I started feeling it and I was like, oh, I'm doing this wrong. So I started taking shorter steps and trying to almost fall forward. And not only did it become easier to run at that speed, but the impact on my knees and whatnot went completely away for the most part, which out of nowhere, like, they just felt fine. So I was like, okay. So I'm glad that I thought about it and noticed it, because I know that the last time I didn't notice it until afterwards, and I told myself, wow, we're right back to bad behavior. So we're learning. We got our 7 miles down. We went for a cadence run for an hour and 15 minutes. I think I ended up, because my machine was going to shut down on me after an hour, so I did it in an hour. I had to speed it up at the end because I wanted to make sure I get it done. But that's a good thing to know about this treadmill now, is whatever setting I put it on, it only gave me an hour, and it kept trying to cool me down. I had to keep on, actually I think it gave me an hour and 10 minutes, 5 minutes to be honest. But I had to keep on raising the time back up, I mean not time, the speed back up, because it kept wanting me to cool down, which cooling down is important, but now when you're in the middle of your 7 mile run, treadmill. But I'm sweaty, I'm hungry, I'm tight, I'm thirsty, I'm ready to go. Another thing, I'm gonna say this time, I know I said it last time, but man, do not underestimate the power of shaving. It happens quick, and once it starts, there's not much you can do about it, unless you want to completely stop, go find some Vaseline or something and put it down there. I'm learning, still the correct amount to put on, but damn, I kicked my ass again. Alright, so another thing, my left knee has been bugging me a little bit. I knew that was going to be something that might happen because I've had knee surgery. I had part of my meniscus removed and my ACL repaired. I do have some knee braces that I'm gonna probably start wearing here and there. I don't want to wear it too much because I do want to develop the muscle to surround the tendon to protect the muscle. But all that being said, it is a little bit sore, so I am definitely gonna be doing some more stretching. I also have a little bit of a shock thing that I could do, but I don't know if I have batteries for it, so maybe I don't. But yeah, just wanted to let you know that. Knee's a little bit sore, had knee surgery, meniscus pretty much gone. Another important thing is electrolytes. Right now I don't have any at home, so I'm picking up some Powerades just because I know it has 150 milligrams of sodium. A great brand that has great electrolytes with mentors that are unbelievable, and product that is top of the line is BPN. Check them out. Their G1M electrolytes is fantastic. I mean, look at these people who take it. They're doing ultra marathons, half marathons, 5Ks. They're training for CrossFit. They're working out at gyms. I mean, these people are just pushing their bodies to the absolute limit, and when you're doing things like that, you're gonna need the #1 supplement that you could possibly find. I'm a huge fan of it. Am I sponsored by it? Absolutely not. Would I be? Yeah, why not? I mean, they treat their people good. It's hard to do. But this is coming from someone who isn't sponsored at all by them, and I'm telling you, their product is absolutely, check it out. You like it? I know you will. All right, let's get home and get some food. Time to try this homemade recipe. So I'm gonna mix up my sour cream. I'm gonna put some sriracha on it because I love the sriracha. And I'm gonna take a quick little bite. Wow. Wow. That's delicious. Y'all need to try this. You seen the recipe. You seen how I did it. I mean, oh my God. All right, well, I'm gonna finish this plate. Me and my girl probably gonna watch some TV. Thank you so much for watching my first video. And here's just the second one. Comment down below, letting me know if you tried this. I'm super excited to find out. Make sure you like, comment, and share. Let's grow together.